Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Ebony's family allegedly stormed the palace of the Ooni of Ife, reject Queen Naomi's ritual order, okay? And they have threatened to shut down the final full moon ritual, okay? And this is what we are hearing if the information is true. They have rejected the final order by the Council of Elders that they stay out until the ritual is completed. Now, what are they trying to say? You know that with everything that happened last week when they attacked Olori Naomi, Ooni of Ife has really thought it wise to ensure that these women stay outside the palace until the final full moon ritual is done, because they have come too far to even back out right now. Yanifa has left everything that she had to do in the entire world just to come and stay and ensure that this ritual is done and is a final. And right now, it does seem as if there are people who are doing everything that is within their power to truncate the ritual. Yes, so they don't want it to be completed because they know that in Queen Naomi's destiny, as it is written in the scroll, they said by the time the ritual is completed and Queen Naomi get reunited, okay, traditionally and otherwise with the Ooni of Ife, a lot of things are going to happen. One of which will be that some of these Oloris will live by themselves, okay? That something is really going to happen, okay? And so the Oloris do know that something will happen, and the only thing that is holding that thing from happening is that reunion, okay? And that is why they are insisting, they are doing everything to truncate it. Remember what they did last week, where they went to her church to, apparently they wanted to pick her, because I do know that they don't have the boldness to want to harm Olori Naomi, because they know that this world will not contain them should they do that to Olori Naomi. So I think they wanted to pick her and take her to a place where they can threaten her to back out from the ritual. They think that she's still having that mindset where if they shake here, she says she's not marrying again, they shake there. She has a lot of people, there are a lot of people behind her right now. She has very huge muscles behind her, and no matter what they do, she's going to go ahead and be married to her husband. Because the whole thing, if you look at everything critically, you find out that Queen Naomi loves her husband. She loves the Ooni of Ife. Because I do also feel that if she was not still in love with her husband, maybe, just maybe, she would have insisted. The same way we make love, we make love work for us, we can also use that emotion and make love go even against their own wishes, or their own wish, or his own wish. So if Naomi was not in love with the Ooni of Ife, I am not part of that belief system that feels that no matter what happens, Ooni will not let her go. She will insist. If her body language is not calling on the Ooni of Ife, I do think that Ooni would have been frustrated enough to let her go. I feel like she still loves her husband, which is a very good thing. And I do know that it's frustrating, especially for those of us who are fans to Olori Naomi. It is really, really frustrating to see her suffer over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, if this suffering is worth something that as big as the love of the monarch, well, why? Because everybody is tilting towards the other way. Everybody has something to say. Everybody is saying whatever they want to say. Kabiyesi is still going after the love of his life, and so that means a lot, okay? So as we are hearing what is going on, if the information is correct, they said that Ooni of Ife insisted and made the Council of Chiefs to agree that the Olori should stay outside the palace until after the ritual. Now, it's important to note that Kabiyesi did not divorce them. Kabiyesi did not drive them away. There are so many different places outside the palace, other palaces in Ile-Ife, okay? It may not be Tag Palace. Ooni of Ife own very big estate, houses, hotels, all over the place. And if Ooni of Ife is saying you stay outside, apparently he's making provision for a place where you need to stay. But one thing that Ooni of Ife is doing, Ooni of Ife is not going to let anybody frustrate his reunion with Olori Naomi anymore. Ooni of Ife has said that enough is enough. If the information is correct, do not forget that I have told you that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media. So Ooni of Ife is saying, that he wants to be with his wife, and the wife wants to be with him, and together they can come back together. Now, in Yanifa, everybody have advised that Naomi doesn't return back to the palace, at least not now. What is important that they reunite, and Naomi will stay in the royal mansion. The royal mansion is an extended palace. It's beautiful from what we are hearing, and then again, where is as beautiful as the Kingston Heights villa in London. Naomi will shuttle between Kingston Heights and the mansion, the royal mansion, and then to Akure, where she will be having her services and all of that. Okay, from time to time. By God's grace, this year she is graduating from Elizabeth University, and so what is it? So Naomi is not even coming back to the palace. Let them take their palace, eat it, and drink it. It has gotten to a point where they themselves have been so frustrated to a point where they are even begging Naomi to return back to the palace so Kabiyesi can stay in one place. The private jet, the Gulf G, is it 700? They said it's made available for Naomi. Anytime Naomi will go and come back from UK as if she's going to her backyard. And so what is there to worry about? And now the only thing that is stopping all of this from happening is that reunion. And they are going to do everything that is within their power to truncate the reunion. They do not want that reunion to happen. Under no circumstances must the reunion happen. And that is why you saw that act where they brought these people out to go and attack Olori in Naomi. Now, Ooni of Ife and his council are saying, stay out. Ebony's family came from nowhere and they are opposing, like big time opposition. And they are saying, Ebony is saying she is not going anywhere because she wants to truncate that reunion. She does not want it to happen. She knows very well that by the time that thing happened, that reunion happened, that thing they are seeing in Queen Naomi's destiny that Oloris will leave, she'll be the first, one of the first Oloris who will leave the Ooni of Ife. She will. She knows, and that is why she will do anything. Then most times people ask that, okay, why is Ooni of Ife not able to handle the situations the way he should handle them? Why is Ooni of Ife allowing them have upper hand and all of that? You know that when we are judging from afar, it's easier. It is not as if he is allowing them have upper hand. There is something that we do not know. Like Mummy Abe said yesterday, Kabiyesi, one thing that Kabiyesi can do for everything to just go down is for him to even remove that traditional immunity from them. But he will not, because he knows that just as it was in the Bible when God said Pharaoh should let his people go, they refused. God made them, to continue, as in God hardened their Pharaoh's heart to continue to hold the Israelites right there in Egypt, to continue to hold the Israelites. And he continued until they were plagued, okay? Ooni of Ife is a king that has so much wisdom. The man knows that, look, I will not remove immunity because these people will never stop. They will never stop. And should I remove immunity, people's children might just buy in my house, in my estate. And that will be a stigma for life. And that is what I do not want. Have you watched The Seven Doors? Did you see what happened? Did you see how that man, 7 of his wife, maybe 6 of his wife, all of them, you saw what happened. I continue to say this every day and every day. I've been saying this. If you haven't watched The Seven Doors, go and watch The Seven Doors. You will see how they used to hold, even kings, they hold their odeblable. They cannot shake. They can't move. They have to do what they need to do. Sometimes an innocent king will have to pay, the price for a crime that his ancestor, his forefather committed like 47 years ago. Now, these are the things that kings like this get to go through that we do not know. Okay, Dela right. These are the things that kings like this get to go through that we do not know. Kabiyesi is going through a lot. Kabiyesi is going through a lot, honestly. But, we might not necessarily know from the outside, because we want to begin to wonder why he's not doing this, he's not doing that. Ebony's family came, they made a whole lot of wahala, they made a whole lot of fuss. Ebony is not going anywhere, Ebony is not going anywhere, Ebony is not going, she's not going, and all of that. That if that is how it's going to happen, the final full moon ritual is not going. You think they don't know what they are doing? They know exactly what they are doing. What they are doing is what they are saying. They do not want that final full moon ritual to happen. They don't want it to happen. They can't even be alive to see it happen. This is what has been going on. If the information is true, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. And once again, do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.